We all have wonder and ponder, even when we gaze up upon the skies, and we see the universe, the vastness of this ocean of life, alone or with aliens, when we, with our mammal species, with all sentient beings. And the aliens of me, the alien with the green card, is, I always been joking around with that. I'm kind of senses that we also have that receptivity with the antenna, with the brain expansions and the curiosity about who we are and truly what it mean to live as a human being and the life that is need for survival of the fitness. I mean, what is it exactly? When we born, we grasp our hands so hard we cry, and then when we old age and death, we let go. So while we live in, we also want to learn how to let things go. And have you ever been in that unsettled space where you feel like you don't belong, or when you're not in the right state of frame of reference, and where you are, it's kind of like, is that where you're supposed to be? But one thing for sure is that wherever you are, you got to be there with all your heart. Because once you're there with all your heart, that's where home is. Because that's when you open up to everything and just be. Whatever kind of person, nationality, person, characteristic, we just look back at our life and we see many forms, design, the thoughts, the process of much different culture aspect, the customs, the way of living. But one thing for sure is that most human, majority of us are essentially good. The difference is that is how we communicate, how we reflect within our way of viewing things, and it may be in a subtle way that is different, but the physical space or mental space are both, as a human species, very intricate and complicated, and it had the intricacy of the form and the design, the structure of it that we create, the infrastructure to live in is all pretty much the same to live a better life. It might be complicated, but we can make it more simplicity in this intricate world of form that we design the formation, the formulate of ways to make things more at ease, the extension of our reach, and everything is a tools for us to extend from our physical form. Whether it's a weapon that I currently learning and kind of feel that is extension, or the vehicle that we are in, or the shelter is the mother nature which have sacrificed herself for us, so therefore we sacrifice ourselves for other sentient beings too. As we look at ourselves in the mirror, we can see that we are the nature. As they are, so are we. The person, the circumstances that we are reflecting back at us is just like, this is our another beings as in a different dimensionality in time, space, reality, but in here now. That's also one world, one universe, one as in a whole, but different experiencing as a godlike force, the God himself, herself, experiencing life here in this dimensionality practically, and appreciate of the ability that we change our future lies in our action and performance, and we have our own personality to be able to make a differentiation, because we're all born with a unique ability, capacity, and we just unique in ways that is. But at the same time, we are a little similar to the culture that we were born in, because like say, I am double jointed. Most the Southeast Asian, when you do the dance, is all double jointed too. Most of them, because they got to bend their hand, finger back to relax and to be more flexible mind, flexible body. And the line of things that is that aspirations that inspire us to have to maximize our full potential instead of minimize our value, that we make no use of it, and that's just like not even living. So living from the end result that we would like to see. Sometimes it's funny how we use our imagination, because this is what we want. This is not what we need, but essentially it's also what we need in the survival of the fitness here, living in this among the modern time, that we need everything that evolve around money, but it's always been like that since time immemorial. So tomorrow is not guaranteed. So what we do right now is to question things that what matters, critical thinking, to see what we can do to make our value or vocalize words of conduct that is conveyed a message to make the shift and change within our civilization, is for the heightening of our mind, to elevate, and to also to mitigate from the destructive behavior that it could be. Destructive behavior, if you're hurting someone, that's pretty destructive. Everything else, whether it's good or bad, it's not, as long as it's not hurting nobody, I think it's pretty much, it's good. But that takes discipline and commitment, and also the routine of living in the assumption of thinking like the animalistic. It's not all that bad, I don't think. I mean, I don't know, because we all, without that, without the sexual interactions, encounter, it won't be you and I. That's the love as well too. The love and lust is both is intricately, and it's very divine experience that is possible. Living in a state of the gratitude and the pleasurable and the blissful and this the ecstatic, and it is immeasurable when we come into contact. The communion, the consecration is not, it's not priority, the path to procreate, but it's something to enjoy, to experience life. So ultimately, living a life is to also experience the bliss within oneself without depending on one another. And that's why meditation, I talk a lot about it, because when I discovered meditations is back in 2006, because I felt the blissfulness, be able to experience the Kundalini awakening, to awaken from the sleep of the ignorance, to be able to see things as they are, to see the humans that some of them, their behavior is just like fruits. It's just like sour fruits that need to be ripened, no matter what age you are, you know what I'm saying? So whatever that we pray for the best there is, the best what's the best to ever be. So please take this time to thank all that have been there for us, for you, for me. So with this gratitude for doing this as well too. It's morning, okay, it's afternoon, it just turned 12:10, and we just gonna have some practices, some martial arts, some flexibility that we need to work on, and somehow we forget to just say it, but we just do it. So it's better to say, or is it better to do? The thing is that once you take the actions, because words without action is sour fruits. So it doesn't come to fruition. So you want to make the fruits of your labor to ripen it, to sweeten it up. We must act according, be congruent to what we have to say and do, and take that time to put in the efforts, because it's easy to forget, it's easy not to do anything. But for those who are able to practice, because it is in our gene, our DNA, it is in our way of the peaceful warrior, so we do it. And it may be a little enigma to other people who don't understand us, and we might be a little weird to other people who are not in that. We're all different in a unique ability, put it that way. So there's nothing more to say to this. Just have respect for those who have been there, those who have put in a lot of effort and work in, because it's not easy. If it's easy, everyone else would have do it. If it's easy, everyone else would have done it. So we flow in our life trajectory. Allow the door to open as we open our heart, right? And we stay open to a new avenue, a new perspective. And we love the ladies, so open up your heart, and we can walk this journey together. We can see the things, the beauty of the nature, of the cherry blossom. Speaking of it, konnichiwa, kakon, gratitude, gracias. Present is here, the future yet to come is going to be a blessing. So make the best each and every day. It's not daunting, it's not dark. If you are in the darkness of it, in the cloudy haze that you can't see of the uncertainty, it's all right. Just take the one step. Each time you have a flashlight, you will see. So it's the same thing as a flashlight. It's just an analogy that you can always look forward, but take the next step. Small step, the best of your ability. Look back, introspect, reflect, and keep on moving forward. Just never give up. You know, hashtag that. Never give up, and believe in yourself. Because the good old days have been past. It's what make us here. What you are now is the fragment of the imagination of the past that have been adopted mindset to be the better of a learning, adaptable species as we are. So appreciate where you are. You are nowhere close to where you will be as you are working on yourself presently with the mindset, the skill set, the physical, that is the physique and the making of the extension of the improvements of our cognitive apparatus, the calibration to make that high caliber of the peaceful warrior. So we got to dig deep, dive deep, open up the heart, recalibrate the subconscious mind with the conscious mind and the heightened mind to realize that we are that godlike force, and all that you are, and that's all you will ever be as well too. So be grateful. The breath we take on now is life force. So exactly in this moment we are living is a appreciation for the life force, the energy, chakra, right? Suppose when you out of breath, now that's could be a little devastating, and it could be alleviating because they think that's the end of life, but it's always a mist of it that's continued, that pierce through the veil, that take birth, the reincarnation to the next life to see if you can make it better. Each life is like a university. You can That's why there's the School of Greatness, which feature of many of calibrations, hearts, my heart spirits, I would say, and it will be waiting for you to go on to the next side of the fence, the next side of the, because grass is not greener on the other side. The grass is greener here where we water it. So once you take care of yourself, which is your own self, the flowerings of the species of the human, the flowering of the mind, the blossoming of the beauty of the gorgeous, blessed babe, I would like to say, beautiful spirit, gratitude. Thank you for viewing. Have a wonderful day. Peace out. Peace of mind and love of hearts.